We are here today to tell you about a recap of our first port, and that is Bermuda. Hello everybody, Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I'm here with John. Hello, John.
Hello, Joyce.
Today is, not sure. Today is
Fifth day, sixth day.
No, it's way longer than that. We have tomorrow and then 3 sea days. So we only have 4 days left after today. And it was the 13th, so today's day 9 of our transatlantic crossing. We've had a lot of sea days. I did put a post on Facebook, so if you saw that, but this is us telling you the story of what we did that day. And it was a great day.
It was. It's something we've been there, 3-4 times.
I think that was our 5th time, I think.
And we did things that we never did before.
We did. We did something. So I did a little bit of research, and actually friends of ours, John and Kimmy, hey John and Kimmy, they told us about a beach that was walking distance from the ship, from the port. And so I decided to look into that. And I think it was called Black Bay Beach or Glass Beach. So I did a GPS on Google Maps. First of all, there was 8 of us, and it was, according to Google Maps or GPS, it was going to be about a mile walk. It was an incredibly beautiful day.
Yes.
It was a little windy.
Yeah. A lot of times it's really hot there, but this was very comfortable.
It really was. Yeah. The sun was out. The air was warm. The sun was warm, but there was a really nice breeze. It was actually quite windy. It was really lovely.
Yeah, it was.
And so we decided that we were going to attempt this, and we initially thought we were going to go to the beach and
wasn't warm enough for that.
Spend time on the beach with bathing suits and go in the water. Wasn't warm enough.
No.
So we opted to just walk out. And did we do that first, or we went to the mall first? No, we did that first.
Right.
So we walked, and I'm going to go ahead and take a picture on the Google Maps or the GPS and show you the dotted line of where it is. It's basically if you are standing in the port with the square behind you, the mall behind you, and the water in front of you, you would go right. And we just walked out of the port and just straight, and we just stayed on that road. And it was a nice sidewalk. There were a couple spots where you had to go down, and because the sidewalk was patchy, you had to go down, but we then crossed over to the other side where the sidewalk stayed consistent.
Right. There was a little bit of an incline, and then
at one point
it wasn't too bad.
And that was for just a couple minutes.
Right,
it wasn't the whole thing. No. Majority of it was relatively flat.
Right.
Yeah.
We have some pictures that we'll insert.
Yes, of course, as usual. If we have photos for anything, so I took a bunch of stills for the day, so we'll just put those in. And along the path, we came across
the cemetery. Is that what you're going to get into? A convict cemetery. Yes.
The convict cemetery.
So it's weird because there weren't that many tombstones, so I don't know if there's not many convicts or they just...
Or possibly not many that have a headstone.
Right.
But I took some pictures of that as well. But it was just odd because you're walking along and then there's this open field and
it wasn't that big.
There's not a gate on it or anything. No. But there's a nice stone there now that says what it is, and so I would imagine the graves there are quite old. So we continued walking, and the goal was to go to Glass Beach and then walk a little bit past that. There was a little bit more of a secluded, more natural type of beach. So we did that, and when we got to the entrance for Glass Beach, it was closed, and the sign said to walk a little bit further, and there was a second entrance. But the views were And
Really
here's
nice.
photos. The views were phenomenal. And it was such a gorgeous day. And the different colors of the waters. It was really, really beautiful. So we walked a little bit further and we went past that. And then we found an area. And I think it's probably the area that they were talking about. And there were a couple setups of cement tables with cement benches. So it'd be really lovely place to go get like a to-go lunch and go sit and have lunch there, or even to just walk and just sit if you don't want to go on the beach. So the areas of the beach that we did see, they were quite rocky.
Yes, they were big stones.
Yeah,
Huge.
and it, like the big boulders that are at the edges of the cliffs of the water, and not the easiest access down to the sand from what the areas that we could see. We didn't venture past that, and you can see here in the photos. But what I did see was really cool, and I don't think any of my friends or John went far enough with me to see this, but I saw this natural archway, and it had like a little staircase to go down through it. It was a natural archway in the rock. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
And so here's a picture of that. So we stayed there for probably about 15 or 20 minutes and just enjoyed the view. Took some photos of ourselves with our friends and the surroundings. And then we walked back, and a couple of our friends went on their own and did a little bit of shopping stuff. And we met up with them there at the mall. And then another couple went off on their own. And then so we all came back to, we walked around the mall.
Yes, we did. And you
bought a little shopping.
You got that shirt for Scott.
I got a cool little shirt for Scott, for my grandson, our grandson. Yeah. And our friends got a couple little things.
Is that it right there?
It is it right there.
Yeah. Right here, no?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
It's right here.
Yeah, that was cool.
And our friends bought a few things, and we all came back together for lunch. And we went to a restaurant for lunch. And I don't know if you care to see it, but it's really cool. It's got different first responder trucks, and there's a fire truck also, and a tow truck. So it's trucks. And then the same on the back, and of course it says Bermuda. And when I was buying it, the lady said, "Oh, you got the special one." And I said, "Why is it special?" And she said, "Everything on the shirt glows in the dark." So that's going to be really cool. I think it was $10 or $15. I can't remember. So he's going to love that. And that's all we bought in Bermuda.
Yeah.
My friend Cassie bought me a really pretty bracelet, similar to one that she has, and I had commented that I liked it a couple days before, and she went and bought me one, and it was the sweetest thing. And we decided that we were going to go to this restaurant for lunch. Neither one of us can remember the name of the restaurant, but it is when we were walking back into the port from the beach. It is the very first restaurant. They have outdoor seating with umbrellas, and it is attached to the mall. So when you get to the mall building, it's the very end. So if you're looking at the mall building, it's the one all the way on the left, on the very end. If you're coming from the beach, it's the first one that you hit. And we had 2 tables because they didn't have a table that was big enough to accommodate 8 of us.
So the guys and the girls.
So the 4 men sat at the one table and the 4 ladies sat at the other table, and they were laughing and having a really good time. I think they enjoyed maybe not sitting with the wives.
We were laughing at you guys then.
Were you?
You guys were laughing at us.
Yeah, we were definitely laughing at you. I had a Mexican wrap. I can't remember what it was called. It was like a chicken enchilada wrap or something like that. It was really good.
Yeah, I had a fish sandwich. I think it was haddock maybe. But we got these mushrooms, the fried mushrooms. Do you know they were $4 a piece?
Each mushroom?
Yeah. It was 5 of them for 20 euro or something. It was
wow, it wasn't euro. We weren't in Europe, buddy.
That's
it was dollars.
True.
It was
dollars, euros.
Yeah. Same to him. So it ended up, mine was like $23 or something like that. Yours was $35 because you had the mushrooms and the drink.
Yeah.
So, It's Bermuda.
Yeah.
Everything in Bermuda is
But it was
expensive.
good. French fries.
It was very good. And it was a beautiful setting, and it was a beautiful day, and had an umbrella, and the service was good. The food was very good. Everybody said the same thing, that their food was really good. So
yes,
definitely a recommendation for it. If I can figure out the name of it, I'll put it in the description below of where we ate. And after we ate, what did we do?
Oh, we probably came back to the ship.
I know. We took kind of the long way around, and we went into the little pharmacy there. So if you have any hygiene needs, if you forget anything on your trip, there's a pharmacy right there in the port in Bermuda, and there's some pretty good shopping inside the mall. They're like they're just little shops. They're not stores with doors on them.
Little tchotchkes and things.
Yeah, but they had more than that. Oh, I actually did buy something else. I bought a gift for my daughter. I bought a very pretty cutting board with I don't think she'll watch this. She's a little bit busy with a 3-month-old.
Yeah.
But I bought her a very pretty cutting board with a recipe for banana bread on the cutting board, and then you cut on the other side of it. And the picture that's on it, the woman in the store told me that the artist lives in Bermuda, and the background picture of it is the artist's home.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really sweet, that, I liked that. So when I was young, my daughter's grandmother bought me a cutting board from Bermuda, and it had a recipe for Hoppin' John, which is a very popular dish in Bermuda. It's rice and black-eyed peas and ham. And I loved that cutting board, and I had it for a really, really long time. And when I saw them, I thought, oh, this is sweet. So I can tell her that her grandmother gave one to me, and then now I'm giving one to her. So, and then we went back on the ship, and we were back on the ship. We were left port early that day. We were only there till about 3:30, 3 o'clock. So we were back on board, and we just hung out. And what did we do for dinner that night?
We went to the cold place. Was that that? No, that wasn't.
The cold place?
Yeah, no, that was last night.
The cold place. He's talking about the rooftop.
Oh, that was so cold.
That's funny.
We'll talk about that in the other video.
So the day, this video is really about what we did in Bermuda.
Yeah.
So that's what we did in Bermuda. It was a great day. Having been there 5 times already, we found something new and different to do, and a different place to go to. And we had a lovely, lovely day. And so hopefully this will help some of you if you want to do something different and go for a little bit of a walk and see some different parts of Bermuda that you probably haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that does it for us.
I think so.
Was there something you wanted to add about what we did when we came back?
Were you editing that thing from Princess Cruise, or were we just went to cab and had some coffee?
No, I'm editing it. So we have a video coming out.
No, you were working on it, I think, that day. Yeah, right.
We have a video that'll be coming out any day now, because we're about to go on the Sun Princess for our second time. And so when we were on it a month ago, we took, I took about 100 still shots throughout the ship, and we just finished doing the video a few days ago, and I'm now inserting the B-roll, so it should be up on our YouTube channel soon if any of you are interested in seeing a princess ship, or the Sun Princess. And we're going to be going on it in 5-6 days. On May 9th we start on that, but we'll talk about that more in the future, and so you'll be looking for that. But we also have a video for, where were we yesterday? The Azores, Ponta Delgada.
Yeah.
So we have a video for that. And tomorrow we are going to Lisbon. And that is our last port for this cruise. After that, we have 3 days at sea, and then we go to Southampton. So we still have a few more videos from the transatlantic coming your way. Take a look for those. And then a whole new adventure starts We're going on the Sun Princess, and again, we'll talk about that later.
We're finally adjusting to the time.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We are now 5 hours ahead of East Coast time, Eastern Standard Daylight, and it is, it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go to bed, and it is 5:30.
Which is what, 12 noon?
But I've been going to the gym every single day, working out every single day. So it's definitely making me more tired. But okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support. We do. We appreciate your support so much. We love meeting you all. We love your comments. Keep them coming. If you have any questions, post them below. Comments, questions. We love hearing from you. We love, love, love it. And we answer every single solitary comment and or question. So please reach out to us. John does now.
Yeah, so the only reason we might not answer it is sometimes it goes into a unpublished because of a word or something.
It's weird.
And sometimes when I click on it to allow it, it disappears. So if you don't hear from us, just ask the question again.
Right.
Yeah.
Just know that we respond to everything. So unless it's something that's not like vulgar or inappropriate, we just delete those. So if you're thinking about doing that, then just delete. Don't even waste your time because we just delete them.
And I try to do it. Sometimes I do it pretty immediately, and sometimes a
day or two.
Yeah, day or two.
So if you post a comment or a question and you don't hear from us, and it's not something of a not nice nature, give us a couple days, and if you don't hear from us, then you post it again because somehow it got lost in the algorithm.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a silly thing that blocks it, you know, because it's like 1,500 words that block it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much for watching. As always, hit thumbs up, and if you haven't done so, subscribe. Follow us along. We love you. We really do appreciate every one of you, and we hope you have a wonderful day.